What's up everyone and welcome back to the UFC News Hub. Today let's get started with Cejudo versus Song Yadong had a bizarre ending that left many fans and analysts scratching their heads. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Cejudo took an eye poke but decided to continue after using the full 5 minutes to recover. However, when he got back to his corner, he told his coaches that he couldn't see. That led to the ringside physician stepping in and calling off the fight. Since the bout had already gone 3 rounds, the fight went to the judges' scorecards, and Song Yadong was declared the winner. The situation took an even stranger turn when Song called for a rematch in his post-fight interview, which seemed odd given that he had won. Dana White was quick to shut down that idea. During the post-fight press conference, a reporter asked Dana White if he was considering a rematch between the two fighters. Not at all, not at all. Dana responded without hesitation. When asked why, he doubled down. I just don't want to see it again. It was clear that Dana wasn't interested in running this fight back, and he even hinted at the possibility that Cejudo might have been looking for a way out. Only he can answer those questions. It was a good fight. I don't know if he thought, if I stop here, is this a DQ or a no contest? I don't know what he was thinking. Or maybe he really couldn't see. Dana's words left a lot of room for speculation. Was Cejudo genuinely compromised? Or was he looking for a loophole to escape a fight he was already losing? Cejudo took to Instagram to address the controversy, posting a video explaining his side of the story. In the caption he wrote, "Thank you to all my fans and all my haters. Well, that's not how I wanted the night to end. For the fans, for Song, and definitely not for myself. We need to run this fight back ASAP. Dana White, I heard what you said, but I encourage you to reconsider. All respect to Song, you are a warrior, but you did not win this fight and I did not lose. We have unfinished business and I know that you agree. Run it back." Cejudo made it clear that he wasn't happy with how things played out, insisting that the fight was far from settled. In his video, Cejudo provided more details about the injury.
Wanted to finish the fight, man, and obviously I got poked in the eye with 2 damn fingers, and typically, like, when I get poked, like, I'm good, you know what I mean? The same reason why I was smiling or whatnot, but after those 5 minutes were up, I still couldn't see anything. Or it's not that I couldn't see anything, I was seeing double. So I just got back from the hospital right now, and I don't even know the term of it. Diplopia? Diplopia is when, when you get tissue damage in your eye, and you pretty much freaking scratch your retina where you're able to to see doubles, and it's unfortunate, dude. Did Song do it intentionally? No. Should there be a point deducted? 100%. I just hope that the UFC could maybe allow replays for things like that, and then the referee can make a decision whether if it wasn't intentional or not. I mean, the dude, as a fighter, one of the first things that the referee says when they go in the back is you cannot stick your fingers out like that. The warning's already set before the fight. I eventually got poked with 2 fingers. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, dude. Honestly, I thought if I was gonna recover, the same reason why, because I know how the MMA crowd is. So I was like, hey guys, give me some time. I'm gonna feel better. My eyesight's gonna come back. And by the time the 5 minutes were up, dude, I was kind of in depression. It's like, dude, well, maybe I even asked the dude, how much time do we have on the clock? And I think he said 1 minute and 16 seconds or whatever. Or my friend had said there's 1 minute and 16 left. And I'm like, maybe I can rough this out. But then one Song came and he got that 5 minute break, and I'm just like, man, I saw 4 arms, dude. But I will say this for Jason Herzog, dude. I'm curious to talk to you, man. Got kicked in the balls a couple times and then eye poked. Bro, something has to be done. You still cannot do this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be here. And then apparently I couldn't see no more. So apparently when the round started, Song was still, dude, they're telling me, I still can't see it, but they're telling me he was kind of like a zombie, with his fingers out. It's unfortunate. But I will say this, man. Dana White, I know you said that you're not interested in that rematch. Dude, let's run it back. Let's run it back, man. Song, dude, there's still 2 rounds left, dude. You know what I mean? The pace was picking up. Dude, look, he was hurt. I would look at my face, look at his face. Dude, we're scrapping. I think we should run it back. So Dana, I respect you. I hope we can run this back with Song, and let's do it soon, dude.
Khamzat Chimaev is on the verge of the biggest fight of his career, with all signs pointing toward a showdown against Dricus du Plessis for the UFC middleweight championship. While the fight has yet to be officially announced, the expectation is that Chimaev will be next in line for the title after his dominant victory over former champion Robert Whittaker. Fans and analysts are already debating how this fight will unfold, and recently, Michael "Venom" Page had an interesting take on Chimaev's chances. While he believes Chimaev is capable of winning the title this year, he also issued a warning about a potential weakness that could cost him the fight.
He looked better in the last fight. Obviously, it didn't last long, so we didn't get to see it, but normally he's like Crash Bandicoot the first round, and then his energy dips. But if he's able to manage his energy and manage his muscular endurance and not go too crazy, I don't see anybody beating him. That's the thing. If anybody was to, it would be Dricus, because that is the muscular endurance. If you look at like some of the fights nowadays, Merab, Dricus, these guys that have the muscular endurance to be fighting at fighting at 7 the whole fight.
Page, who was a guest on the Overdogs podcast with Mike Perry, shared insights from his experience training with Chimaev. He praised Chimaev's skills and dominance, but pointed out that endurance could be a key factor in this matchup. He looked better in the last fight, obviously didn't last long, so we didn't get to see it, but normally he's like Crash Bandicoot the first round, and then his energy dips. But if he's able to manage his energy and his muscular endurance and not go too crazy, I don't see anybody beating him, said Michael "Venom" Page. This is a valid concern. Chimaev is known for his relentless pressure and explosive start, but his gas tank has been questioned in longer fights. The fight against Gilbert Burns showed that when pushed into deep waters, Chimaev can slow down. On the other hand, Du Plessis has proven he can maintain a high pace deep into fights, which could be a problem for someone like Chimaev if the fight extends beyond the early rounds. Page further elaborated on this by comparing Chimaev's endurance to some of the best conditioned fighters in the UFC. That's the thing, if anybody was to beat him, it would be Dricus, because it's the muscular endurance. If you look at some of the fights nowadays, guys like Merab Dvalishvili, these guys have the muscular endurance to be fighting at like 7 the whole fight, said Michael "Venom" Page. That's an interesting point. Fighters like Merab Dvalishvili and even someone like Colby Covington thrive because they can push an insane pace for 5 rounds. Dricus Du Plessis has a similar attribute. He fights with high intensity, but instead of slowing down, he seems to get stronger as the fight goes on. His ability to push forward in later rounds was on full display when he defeated Robert Whittaker. If Chimaev comes in with his usual aggressive style but can't secure an early finish, he might find himself struggling against Du Plessis' relentless pressure. This fight, if it happens, will be a battle of styles and strategies. Will Chimaev be able to impose his will early and get the finish? Or will Du Plessis drag him into deep waters and take over in the later rounds? These questions make this potential title fight even more intriguing. What do you think? Can Chimaev manage his gas tank well enough to overcome someone as durable and relentless as Du Plessis? Or will this be the fight where we finally see Chimaev suffer his first professional loss? MMA community goes off on Dana White for comments. The MMA community is furious over Dana White's recent comments. During the post-fight press conference, White revealed that Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili is next since both fighters want the matchup, and according to him, the fans do too. O'Malley now looks likely to rematch Merab, despite many other possible matchups. With the recent announcement of Corey Sandhagen's next fight, some fans are questioning how this decision was made, considering all the different options available, especially for O'Malley. However, the MMA community was not happy with this decision and blasted Dana White for giving O'Malley another title shot after only one title defense against Chito Vera. Here's what the community had to say. No, we don't. O'Malley is getting gifted a rematch. Jan deserves it. I know their thought process is we must hook up Sugar at all costs, but gifting an undeserved rematch where he gets 50-45'd again is just putting the nail in the coffin. Are the ones who want the rematch in the room with us? Of course, Merab wants to fight Sean. It's a walkover that includes publicity, and Sean probably also wants to see if he can fluke himself to another belt. Nobody's asking for this fight, you just want to treat that clown like a baby. This is why I don't like O'Malley. He got Dana White privilege just like Chandler. O'Malley defended, of all people, against Chito Vera, and now he wants a title shot after a loss? Especially in a stacked division like bantamweight, this makes zero sense. The people don't want this. Book the Yan versus Merab rematch. Nobody wants to see this. Yan has earned the rematch. Do you want to see this fight? It seems like many fans are unhappy with Dana White's decision. Let us know what you think in the comments below.